Oh, hey guys. Welcome to the horror room. Just just ignore this. I've got some explaining to do. I'm a furry. No, I'm just kidding. Well, you probably know from the title of the video what we're going to be talking about today, and I didn't have a rubber cat mask, so kinda did what I could. We're talking about an extreme horror movie called Cat Sick Blues. Now, out of all the extreme horror movies there are in the genre, none evokes quite the goofiness that this movie does, because it tries very hard to be shocking and scary and serious, but then there's just moments that are so ridiculous you can't help but laugh. So this movie is about a man whose cat has died. I'm trying to remember the name of the cat. I don't think that's important. I'm not going to be able to remember the names of half these people or characters, but I'm just here to give you the general idea of what the movie's about. I'm not going to spoil too much, but I do want to get into some plot details. So fair warning, if you want to see this movie, go in blind, because I guarantee you'll have a blast. So anyways, this guy, his cat's died, and he believes that killing 9 victims, yep, the 9 lives, will resurrect his cat or something. I don't know. And he's collecting blood from these women, his victims. And in the beginning, you see these 2 girls. They're watching like cat videos on YouTube or whatever. And the one girl's like, oh, she hears a cat outside, so she's going to scare it away or something. And the cat guy's there. He slashes her and kills her. It's very bizarre and funny, because she's like, what the hell are you doing? Like, he looks obviously ridiculous. He has a full cat head mask, and he has claws. They're not like gloves like this, but they're like, I don't know. When I saw it, I thought of like the Catwoman from Batman Returns, the little needle things that she has on her gloves. Something like that. Nothing like super noticeable or glowy like this. But he has a red shirt. I got that. He kills this girl, and you get the scene of him pulling out the laptop and sitting like you saw in my picture, and he's watching the funny cat videos. And then this god awful, screamy, angsty, punkish, like, I don't know, grungy music starts playing, and automatically it made me think of this movie called Funny Games, where they do something similar in the beginning of the movie when the family is driving. This is the remake. I'm not sure about the original. But the mother's like looking through the CDs, and she goes, oh, here's one, and she puts it in, and it just starts playing this like that type of music, and they're just driving around all calmly, and it's obviously it's not what they're actually listening to, but it's still pretty weird and pretty funny. So the whole time this crazy music's playing, he's just sitting there in his little cat costume watching these videos after he's murdered these girls. So then it switches to this female influencer, or more cat-fluencer, who has a famous cat, which I think the cat's name is Simon, something like that. It's this fluffy cat. He's got like a cone or something. Like, he's sick. The cat's sick, and she hasn't been wanting to do videos with him. She's depressed about something, I think, and she's trying to get the cat to play, and he's not wanting to do it. And then later on, she has like a neighbor or someone that she knows in the neighborhood that's they don't fully say it, but you get the idea that he's special needs or something like that. So she's like, yeah, he recognizes her. He's like, oh, you have the cat, and like, I love the videos. And she's like, oh, you can come meet him. And it's like, that'd be a great idea if there's like, supervision. But she's just like, yeah, come on in my apartment, come on. So this guy's like picking up the cat, and he's holding the cat like very and this is a real cat he's holding. The cat's like legs are dangling down. You can tell he's not hurting the cat, but the cat's like clearly like, this is not very comfortable. Like, I'm sure they had to shoot that scene plenty of times, or maybe the cat was like cool, but it didn't look comfortable to me. And he's like, yeah, well, we can film a little video, and the lady's like, that's fine. You know, you should probably go now. Like, the guy's giving off weird vibes. Um, and obviously the guy's like getting upset, and he's like, no, I want to hold the cat. I want to do this. And she's like, yo, give me my cat. Get the fuck out of my house. And the obvious cut from the real cat to the doll cat is so funny. And he like, and like, I guess you're assuming that he broke the cat's neck just by jerking away from her too hard. And then she's like freaking out, like, oh my god, what have you done? And he throws the cat doll out the window. And you know, obviously, violence against animals is not funny if it's real. This is a fictional movie. And me and my girlfriend, we both love cats. And even we were dying laughing because it was so ridiculous and obvious. Then this guy proceeds to SA this woman, and it's like, whoa, like, what? So then she's dealing with that trauma, and she goes to this group meeting that's like Alcoholics Anonymous, but it's for Pet Loss Anonymous, I guess. And the guy starts talking about his cat died and he was overweight and he exploded. Like, did that actually happen? No, I don't think it did. It's just ridiculous. And then he realizes who she is, and like, I think he knew about her cat influencer stuff. He's like, oh, like he's, I don't know, freaking out. And obviously, this is the guy who's doing all the murders. And I think it's before the meeting, he goes to meet with a guy, I think that made the claws that he wears, and he's like rolls out this blueprint for what can only be described as a strap-on weapon. He wants this guy to make him a device that looks like a cat's boing, with barbs and, you know, claws that are popping off of it, and it's very big. And so this guy's like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, no questions. This guy's like made him stuff before, and he's probably like, oh yeah, he's just into some weird kinky stuff. And like, I think he even asked at one point, he's like, you're not gonna put this in someone, are you? And like, he doesn't say anything. It's like, I don't know. At that point, would you know, make something like that could be potentially used in a dangerous way? I mean, don't kink shame though. Um, so yeah, she meets this guy and they start talking, and you know, she starts to bond with him, which is kind of weird because like, I wouldn't say he's like fully like creepy guy, but you know, this woman just did get assaulted, and she's automatically starting to trust this random dude she just met. Doesn't add up to me, honestly. But they go out, and she ends up inviting him back to her place, and they have sex, and it's like, wow. You know, I guess they're trying to pass it off as like, oh, she's traumatized, she's grieving, she doesn't know what she's doing. But at the same time, this guy's obviously got some weird stuff. Oh, they go to his house actually, so he's like, I gotta go inside and clean up some stuff, and you know, he's got to hide the cat dinger, and he's got to hide the vials of blood, and he doesn't hide the cat mask. He puts it over the lamp. Like, this is going to create some mood lighting. Talk about some cat scratch fever. I don't know. So yeah, they do the deed, and then, you know, later on, you see him going after different women. He goes after like the lady who's running the therapy group and kills her. And he's got this thing strapped to him for the rest of the killings. Only once does he actually use it. For most of the movie, it's just there, kind of like flopping around, and you're like, oh god, when's he gonna do it? When's he gonna do it? And I won't reveal what he does with it, but he does use it. And it's kind of lackluster, I will say that. But you know, the claws and all that, it's so silly, and it's such a simple costume. I was thinking about, you know, having my girlfriend make a full cat head for this review, but I was like, you know what? I'm not doing all that for like, I'm gonna sit here and like take it off and then start talking. I'm not gonna be in the mask. Hey guys, Catman here. So yeah. So she eventually starts finding out about these killings on the news, and they describe, you know, so the guy, he had a cat mask, and she's like, oh my god, that was the guy I fucked. And, you know, she's like, bleh. And then, things progress. She confronts him. I'm not going to reveal the whole movie, even though it seems like I just did. But I will tell you, it is one of the most batshit insane movies. Now, I did watch a review of this a while back. John Joe Lyons, if you know his channel, he does a lot of these extreme horror movie reviews. And all I remember when I watched it was thinking, like, this movie sounds insane, ridiculous. I'll probably never get a chance to see it. But then by a random chance, I went and I was getting store credit and finding movies, and I was like, hey, I remember hearing about this movie. I was like, this is a no-brainer. I'm going to bring Cat Sick Blues home with me. And as I am releasing this, it's either out or coming out. They're doing a Blu-ray 4K special edition. I can't remember who is doing it, but they are releasing it, and the artwork on the cover is him with the full, and I'm like, that's bold to put that right on the cover. But, a lot of these boutique releases, they can put extreme art like that on it because they're not sticking it in like a Walmart or something. You're not going to go there and see like the German media book of Extra with the lady and the blood and the baby stuff. You know what I'm talking about. So yeah, if you're really into extreme horror movies, this isn't going to be like up there with like Serbian Film or August Underground or even the vomit gore stuff. But it is pretty insane, and it's definitely not your standard horror movie. So I get why they throw it in this category, but it's a little more lighthearted, I guess, if that's the right word. Even though this guy is assaulting and killing women, well, he's not doing that kind of assault. Even though there's one scene that's like kind of close with his cat ding a ding dong. But yeah, he's just after their blood so he can revive his cat. Who wouldn't do that for a little Fluffy? But yeah, so I just thought I'd tell you guys about this wacky movie that probably maybe some of you haven't heard about, and I'm saying like, please check it out. I would assume it'd be on Tubi. It feels like a Tubi movie. I could be wrong though, but I'm sure that if you guys are inclined to watch this movie, you'll find a way to watch it. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Hey, uh, I don't encourage that. But anyways, I better go sharpen my claws at my favorite clawing post and get some catnip in my system before I go crazy. But I just thought I would share this silly little cat horror movie with you guys, and hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next week. Meow. Bye.